This will be the Zoom room. And you got it. You're watching it on that end, right?
Yes.
All right, good. I think we're going live now. Good. Yep.
So
Okay.
there you go.
We're live. Yep. Good. Excellent connection. Yippee skippy. All right. Copy. Hi, everyone. We're getting the shit together here, so hang out with us for a second. Okay. Let me pull up the Zoom room. Okay. I'm going to share this, guys, over to Facebook real quick. And then we'll be off to the races. We're a couple minutes early so we can do the shares. Thanks all for joining in Sunday evening. Sunday. Okay. And let me put this on my timeline. You got the chat up, Max?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Live on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, and then post that. Boop, 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 boop. Share to Odyssey. Odyssey of Ascension. Shit. Okay. Good. Victoria. Hello, Karen. Leah's here. KBN Era. The one and only. Love you. Janine. Hi, Janine. Hi, Roxy. Been missing you for a while. Decorating, etc. Good to see you again. I missed you and felt good. Ingyar Hilton in the house. Hello, darling. Debbie, my sister. Hi from Petey. Hi, Petey. And me at the Sonic. You're at the Sonic? You're at the Sonic? Oh, you're so funny. Hello, Gilliana. JP's in the house. Thank you all for joining in. Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, God the fuck up. Right? Look at that. Nice. Hang on, let me get my picture back up so I'm not staring at myself in delay. All right. God, there it is. God the fuck up. All right. I had a little round table earlier. It was set on a link, but the link didn't get up, and so it was a round table, and we'll share that on Facebook somewhere. Ascension Roundtable. We were speaking about some stuff, and now we're here. Yeah, 7:00. Max is in the house with me. Let it spread around a little bit. She's a bitch, isn't she? She's a wonderful man. She's a bitch to learn. I love it. Turn off my phone. We're here. Hello, Thuk Chi. I'm going to actually channel tonight. I haven't channeled in a while. A lot of you like when I talk, you know, and I understand that because I love when I talk to you. It's pretty awesome to watch the wisdom and understanding pour out of you. But there was you guys know, Wednesday night I do that master class, and we can I channel there, and it's really, really, really good channeling. It's good. There was a thought that came, and I was like, well, I think I want to channel this. So I'm going to channel, and then we'll probably talk a little bit afterwards. We got 28 in the house. Good. 29. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. Feel free to like and subscribe. That's really not me saying that. That's what people say. Feel free to like and subscribe. Subscribe if you like. I love you too. Timmy, what's up, baby? Okay. Kevin from Toronto. Okay, there it is. Hello, Kevin. Vita, hi, baby. All right. Let's channel a little bit and then maybe we'll talk some. Thanks all for coming. Any glasses? No? Okay. Stand by. Greetings once again to humanity. Josephius, we bid you a good day. So let us look. Stand by. You've got a new chair, and it's been a while. All right. Let us look at something together. Let us look at Roxanne. I need all of you to be in a certain awareness, a certain posture or state of approach. Much like in expectations, you approach the moment. You have time. You approach the moment with an attitude, a direction, a tact, wrapping around you. Like I'm going to the movies in anticipation. Maybe it's a new release. These kinds of ideas. So approach this moment with neutrality. Your opinions are very strong. It's what makes you the life of human, to have a self outside of the self, to experience polarity, separation, a way that you cannot find in any other universe, any other galactic, any other incarnation. The benefit of humanity is its uniqueness. All right. Roxanne, if you look at her, is consciousness. I want you to see that consciousness as not an identity, but as a mere reflection. You've heard this in many different ways. Let's not take the attitude of assigning the reflection to you as a certainty. That's a reflection of the mirror in comparison. You are incomparable. Yeah. What we're asking to look at is the neutrality of consciousness knowing itself. Like you, Roxanne is an explorer. Channeling itself was monumental. transitioning into a female, monumental. These things were exploring conscious to know the self, the singularity. Why else are we doing anything? We don't have a purpose. We have no meaning. We discover meaning and purpose, has been said many times, resounding in your head, in your memory. That idea that you just are in its simplicity, an experiencer of consciousness. Every day you wake up, you feel, you see, you touch, you smell, you experience. And whatever senses you have or don't have is irrelevant. Your presence, your perception, your awareness is the experience of the self known. These ideas. So when you see Roxanne exploring herself, we don't like you to say, I'm exploring myself in the reflection. You don't have to acquire it or equate it rather to Roxanne or anyone else you see. You just understand that as a knowing. We want you to see that you are the explorer of reality and uniqueness, not comparison or shareability. We know that humans love to share. You created cell phones, computers, share rides. You created an infinite number of ways to share because the emptiness, the loneliness, the I'm not sure without sharing my identity, myself, that I'm worth anything. Your existence tells you that, and that is the awakening. That's your understanding of the nature of things. What we're asking you to look at is your exploration. What does it mean to you? Truly nothing. Why? Well, it's because what you've always done. But you don't have the memory that validates that. You don't have the internal wisdom that validates eternity. You may feel other lives and incarnations through projections, through memory, through triggerings. But the certainty is your human life. That you're very certain of. Right? So we're asking you to look at your exploration here and now with the human experience. There's not a reason why you came here, is there? Or can you give yourself a reason because the human experience is reasonable and explains things? I love the term, personally, mansplaining. You motherfuckers explain everything so you can feel good about what happened. You can share that identity. Not right or wrong. Oh, no, 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 no. But certainly human. Outside of humanity, the self is known. The sharing is constant. The intention is none. A, there's no time. And B, we don't need. Humans experience lack and therefore have a need. Wants and desires, rejections, hopes and dreams. Things that are monumental as identity and fought for. You kill each other over it, and you rescue each other for the same reasons. You value yourself in this exploration. So, do you really think, and by the way, thinking has to have a memory and has to have time. So naturally, we're not thinkers, we're creators. But you have to think about what is the human experience? What is it literally? Well, it's like anything else. It's whatever you make it, whatever you see it, whatever the truth that lies within the kingdom says. And see, most of the truths have been sold You didn't know you were negotiating. You had no idea that you were not a creator when you birthed upon this planet. You thought yourself, I'm always this, human. I'm this, and that's that, and that's that, and it's the master game, blah, blah, blah. Don't need to bore you with the recirculated details of what it is. But what about the law of attraction brought you here, didn't it? You think the law of attraction stops? Do you think it pauses? If we look at what Roxanne considers valuable to the human collective channels, that would be Abraham channeled through Esther Hicks. That would be Bashar channeled through Daryl England. That would be Seth in the Seth material channeled through Jane. These things spoke of the nature of the law of attraction. In no writings has there ever been a pause button. So did you arrive here because it's just your next idea of yourself? I need you to look at this with the posture of neutrality. In other words, maybe a supposing about this concept. So you can look at it from many different angles and do your intelligence honor by investigating this thought and not chalking it up to a defensive mode and trying to label it in the hurried idea of trying to figure out what the fuck everything is so I can be in control of my life when your existence is indestructible. So, what about that law of attraction? What is it, Roxanne? T? Stand by. You see? Okay. All right. We return. Greetings again. So, let's consider this. Let's consider maturity for a moment. Let's consider mastery, creator, not humans running around, wah. Church mouse, be off the playground. Grown up, be worthy. You came here because of law of attraction. Explaining why you came here is reasonable for humans to have an experience. Do you think this? I'm wondering if you think this. Hang on now, stick with me. Do you think that you guys wake up and just sit back and mull things over for a while? Where does that concept come from? Well, it comes from the human experience. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying a truth. I will never do a scripture truth. See, this is what you would call consciousness exploring itself. You explore these truths and you find them within your resonance. If it chimes through, you advance your truth by choosing to explore that open world now, climbing the rung of the ladder, not holding on to a dead truth because your ego and pride will not let you move. So if law of attraction brought you here, then law of attraction will take you away from here, won't it? But where do you need to go? I mean, why do you have to choose what's next when what's next is your absolute evolutionary truth of the unknown? Are you afraid? Maybe by now you have a truth, or maybe we can reinforce Roxanne's offered it, and we'll reinforce it today. Stand by. Thank you. How about this? How about fear starts and stops with humanity? Because this is the only place that you guys know about it. You can ask an Arcturian. You can talk to him through your human experience. You can ask him about fear. And whatever they say is your human interpretation, your kingdom, not theirs. All truth lies in the eye of the beholder. Hmm. So let us look why you came here. Because you took care of you. You are the nature of evolution. You are the nature of consciousness knowing itself. Always exploring, always moving, playing with things on this planet in a physical reality. Look at all the fucking shit you can play with. Yes, it's tied up with emotions, happiness and suffering, and poverty and success and wealth and all those things. These are things to play with. It's just your relationship to it that gives you the truth about it as the human experience couched in and limited to a polarity of emotion. Shed the emotion, transfigure that, transcend the reliability of the identity, and find the unconditional kingdom right in front of you. And as you move through that consciousness exploring itself, vibration bringing you the truth, as you arrived here, you shall leave here in the same mannerisms of truth. There's a lot of stories about what happens after death. I've told them 1,000 times. I'm having a experience through humanity. Aren't I, Osiphus, a singularity, am experiencing an Osiphus reality. And law of attraction brought me here, so I may know myself. And the way I perceived this reality was my exploration, not my permanency, not my certainty of fact. Because I can't be nor understand the human when I'm incarnating as not human. If I was human, I certainly wouldn't be what I am now. I'd be a different. But as I am, I'm not. And law of attraction brought me here, joined me and Roxanne, not as a purpose, as an exploration, to see the possibilities of the unknown knowing itself forever. So if you got here by law of attraction, and you'll move out of here by law of attraction, and this is the only place in fear, can you imagine what's next? Oh, you can try. But you only go within the parameters of your experiential mind of memory. To go beyond the memory is the self of the now. And the now self never looks at itself. It doesn't remember itself. It is its constant now. It doesn't identify itself. It doesn't say, I'm this or I'm that. It is. And that's part of Roxanne's exploration to return to isness. But she's finding truths, the resonation truths, not the makes logical sense and comparative to history of the human experience truth. Oh, no, 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 no. The intelligent truths that you just fucking know. And you're like, damn. Well, that's a little bit of a kick in the ass, isn't it? I was thinking maybe I can be an angelic next. That might be. You have no idea. But why do we need to know when we're forever? We'll get to it. We'll get to everything. Forever, always. Never ending, always getting to everything. So, this is not a certainty for you. This is not scripture. This is a nugget of information. A ripe orange just peeled You can take a bite if you like. But you don't have to, because you're your own kingdom. And no one's in charge of you. And no one cares, truly, what you do. Because you are, well, you are my existence. Without you, I have A, no experience. And without you, being me, I'm gone. Puff. Poof. Roxanne explored channeling tonight instead of speaking. She's journeying and discovering herself, and part of her discovery is channeling. Knows you participate Wednesday. It's an exploration of consciousness. She channels. She started to just talk here. She liked it. Feels good. Get it out. Speak her truth. Explore that. And then what happens? Shift. Universes open up. Things move. So she chooses the change, not the permanency. Doesn't mean next month she wants to just talk. Doesn't mean anything. It's what it is now. Time is a perception of the memory and possibility out of that thinking memory to forge a future of that certainty, only encouched in failure or success. So we want to offer this constant of change to the vibration of choice, not choosing this in particular to lead to that. The vibrational relationship you have about things. If you have a disturbance, a friction in your reality, and you are awoken to that friction as a reality that is giving you a heads up about what you're relating reality through, a belief system, if you will, then you have opportunity to transcend that belief system and see deeper into consciousness. You can busy your mind with next week's rent. You can busy your mind with promotion or pay raise or vacation or concerns about your marriage or your bosses or your children. You can busy your mind in the exploration of consciousness from a perception of humanity. An attraction for you as you arrived here to explore this wonderful world of separation, this absolute bliss that starts and stops right here and now with human. And when you see the self awakening to the self, you can change and explore consciousness in movement instead of validating the permanency of an identity to fight about, to defend, and then negotiate with that worthiness to appease the mirror. It's a struggling battle as your awakeners. You start to understand you're not interested in the unworthiness aspect of worthy, to see yourself less than all that is, and experience the relationship emotionally through that perception of humanity. And the work has led you to enlightening your kingdom. And the work that you have put in, owning your shit, as Roxanne put, right? Owning that and doing the work to awaken yourself, you are seeing that all that was valuable was a mere experience of value that you projected. But truly, it's just by the wayside now. Those things don't matter to you because your existence supersedes all matterings, all importances. Your isness is indestructible, inextinguishable. You can't go anywhere. You're always here and now. So you start to maneuver consciousness with not the approach of no longer neutrality. That's awakening to observe your belief and do the work. Now you're forging, moving in vibration. Many years ago, Roxanne put on her little Odyssey of Ascension mugs, Vibrational Tacticians. She knew not the depth of it. As she explored, she realized the depths of her reality created. What if I were to tell you that you're here and now, and everything you've ever remembered, and all your fears and experience have happened always where you're sitting right now? It's all through the memory, isn't it? For a lot of you, that's a scary thought. But isn't it just that, masters? Isn't that idea about reality simple thought? And we're such master creators that it feels real because we create realities. So they're all real. That's how good we are. We're never in a virtual reality, yet we always are in thought, aren't we? But the validity of it is immeasurable. You feel, you know these things. Your pain is real. Your hope is real. Your success and joy are real. Your love for another is real. Petting your wonderful little dog is real. Eating a nice steak is real. Driving just for no reason is real. Experiencing, sharing in these ideas of wonderful family get-togethers and going to work and finishing a project are real. We create realities. But all of that is in your memory now. Everything right now and all of your fearful memories are thought about. None of them happen though. So now you can see there's an extra layer of human about this experience that's tied in with the memory. Now all of you and me and Roxanne, in the presence of all consciousness, is exploring a little more of a universe to look into now. Those fears are memories. And now you're going to question, did they happen? Life happened in the memory. Every now was real. Yesterday was real, tomorrow will be real. But only in the now. And how you relate to it creates the memory of your life. It's never if it happened or not. No. It all happened. But it's the memory that equates to that. So let's say vibrationally you're afraid of something. Over and over again. A triggering aspect of your reality of exploration. You do the work, you find it, you accept it, you humble to it, surrender to it. You bring it into your heart and you bathe in it for 2, 3, 4 days. You choose your awesome outside of that. You don't fix it. You don't run away from it. You own your shit. And you see, that's the vibrational tactician taking place. That's that happening now. What happens now is you moved your entire reality. Automatically, when you transcend a particular fear, you have an absolute new now with a new memory that vibrates to that transition. It doesn't vibrate to the old self. The old self is no longer that perspective. That was the experience. And once it's known, you don't repeat. You only give yourself the memory of repeating. So if you were to look at, oh, good God, that was loud. Put my pardons on that. So if that memory has an equation of fear, you transcend, then that memory will dissipate. You'll still remember it, but where's the relationship? It's no longer fearful. It's experiential now. It's different. And as you choose the sow and reap attention, the only thing that happens is a new memory, a new vibration, and a new self, birthing, exploring consciousness. So let us look at this. Let us look at the vibrational tactician you are starting to understand. The limitations of humanity, the energetic identities you attach to, labeling yourself beyond repair, blah, 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 doing all that. You leave it alone and you're just enough in the moment to explore consciousness. Making huge leaps and bounds of choosing your worthy, shedding the fear, la-di-da-di, everybody. Good work. But now we're talking about this unknown explorer. See, every single reality is an entire universe to explore. No matter what direction you look at, it goes forever in that direction. There's no end to it. There's no finite. There's no structure. There's no standard in that. There's no limitation in that. Even polarity is forever. Everything you look at. And by now, you know that it's up to you where you focus, what you choose, where you sow and reap. But when you look at the memory and this supposing that we're offering this evening, let us consider this. Let us consider the fears that you have in your memory are equated to the now. And as you move through your fears, your memory is created, and therefore your history is created, which means your future is created through your vibration of now. Because what's different? Choices. Choices are different. You still have the same spouse, you still live in the same house, but your emotional relationships are dissipated, therefore consciousness has room to say hello, because you're not defending reality with belief systems that take those lights and dull them to the same gray, so you don't look as choice or available. You look at everything as the same. You hold steadfast to those certainties, for you might slip off into non-existence through fear of having no purpose or meaning to your existence. So this is not a finite, this is not a scripture. We're not going to tell you an answer here. That would be quite rude, truly. We're giving you a doorway. So as you change yourself, your memory changes. Again, all things happen. I bet your sweet ass you forgot about 90% of your life. Is it important? Hell no. Because it's already known. You don't need a past to create anything future. What about you already? You count. You count. The memory is created in the now. It's according to the vibration. You may not realize you've made a monumental shift because the memory given in the moment feels like it's always been there. Your timeline of your memory is solid. So you never question the new now because it feels the same. But that's the gift of the memory, is to give you the timeline of certainty, which is a very spooky thing if you think about it. Because right now, all you know is the memory you have. What happens in another now, you had a completely different life, a completely different husband or wife, lived in a completely different idea neighborhood, a completely different set of parents, and had that memory. I'm not saying that's what happens, but that's the power of the memory, the power of that idea. But you don't want to rely on it, and you don't want to investigate the idea to prove anything. You want to realize it's part of your reality of consciousness as a tool, as an ally, to know your now vibrational self and where you're going. You can't leave anything behind. You're not lacking the past. You're being the now. The now creates all futures. And of course, you have no future unless you have time. And since you are in time, we offer the future for yourselves to explore with the choices of the now, vibrationally changing. One little shift opens the universe. Shift over here, another universe. Shift over here, another universe. Forever, right in front of you. So these things are to ponder. You don't need to grasp them today. You don't need to figure it out. You don't need to appetite your ego to start munching on it and figure it out so you can be some kind of hero of accomplishment. Your schools riddle your brains with education that's supposed to be so fucking important. It's very important if you need to earn a living, you need to make a life and be successful, and need, of course. But if you are a creator, law of attraction takes care of everything. Everything. And it won't fail you. It'll give you beyond your highest and wildest expectations. But you got to take your shit down. You got to transfigure those fucking beliefs that torture you and keep you in prison. And your imprisoning is pride and expectation and being right and demanding that right and others to demand it. The meek shall inherit the earth. Do the work. Yes. All right. Ponder these things for a day or two. Let them muse in your mind, as we said many times before. Don't busy yourself. It feels like it's a waste of time because you're not getting anything tangible that you can write down or turn into an idea and go and share it. Be alone with yourself for a few days. Let intelligence say hello to you. Let all that is, which is you, show up. Be, and you shall see. Masters, we bid you a good day. Adore. Hey, guys. All right. Outstanding. I got a text. I'm sorry I didn't turn it off. It's Annie. What did she say? Hey, I've been playing around. Yay! I love her. She's so awesome. Awesome. All right, Max, you there, babe?
Yes, I am.
Good. I love you too, darling. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you, Max. But I was looking at the chat. While observing
I
emotions. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I guess that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you guessed it. It was good to have Osipius back. That was a nice dealio. So, anyways, we can take some Q&A. I see a question in there from Vicky, Victoria. While observing emotions and feelings, wondering if emotions are based in the memory. Abso-fucking-lutely. There's no emotion in the now until it's equated as an immediate interpretation. See, when you look at something, either it's good or bad or everything in between. There's truly no neutrality unless you choose through an emotion how a neutrality would feel. But the now is unconditional truth. How you equate to yourself to that truth is the unconditional now. But when you realize you have a memory that was taught through a systems of cultural belief systems, right? And then you equate that to a thing. Here, let's just use the nasty one. Thank you, Rachel. Let's use the nasty one, okay? Let's all look at something really bad so we can equate it. So first example is two examples here. First example is a guy. He's a hero because he went to war and he killed a whole bunch of people, and he comes home and he's a hero. Wins a Purple Heart, got injured, wins a silver star, did a really good job, and then he gets PTSD after he's back home and kills his family. Okay, so now he's a bad person. Over here, he's a good person. The act was the same. He killed. Doesn't matter who he killed. Doesn't matter the external. It's that he killed. So the emotion tells you that was good because it did it for this idea, and that was that. That's all based on emotion. The value of the experience according to the kingdom, how that is being interpreted. That lies in the memory. Because if it's now, it's unconditional. We can get flying fuck if anyone dies or gets shot or killed. Why? Because no one dies or gets shot or killed. They experience dying, they experience getting shot, they experience getting killed. Yeah, I just did them today, Victoria. I just did them today. Yeah, I got a little wild hairs. Time to do the nails. But anyways, so that's the perception. So when you see something that your family member, son or daughter or husband or wife does something and it triggers you, that's based on an emotion that lies in time. It's the value of that interpretation. And it could trigger you in a positive way. We're just saying triggering, you have an emotional reaction, whether it's good or bad or is indifferent, because that's the encouchment of the experience. But if humans like, oh, I don't want anything bad, and we're all trying to chase our fucking happiness into an eternal lack of chasing, because we're already happy, we're just thinking it's not real according to the human experience. All we do is take everything down, and then we find out, holy shit, I'm awesome without any reason. Naturally, we're fucking awesome. I'll tell you that. The natural state of being is so fucking cool. Because there's no words for it. Anyways. So that's one example. So if you look at yourself in that, if I was angry about someone that triggered me, is another example. Why am I angry? Because that thing tells my memory that that's wrong. So I'm mad about that action. But this guy goes, there's no big deal about that. How is that possible? Well, because everyone is their own kingdom. So those emotions are based off of the human experience if they're a polarized emotion. All right, now, oh, it just got brighter. I'm so pretty. Here's your pretty. So, what about motion? That's the term that I got. That's the term that I came up with. And my thing is that it's motion. I'm moving through life, and I'm not reacting to the emotion giving me that polarized motion, right? It's just the now what it is. It's total absolute acceptance of it, but not accepting it in like the memory, I'm accepting this reality. It's letting it come as it is and being what it is through the truth of me. And if I recognize in that vibrational when you translate it, belief systems, the light comes in and tells me the truth about that. Well, if I spot an emotion in there, then I do the work. But if it's the purity of it, I get it. It's the motion, it's the unconditional that is the truth of me. I'm not assigning it a condition. That person is fucking real and they're their own truth. They're not neutral, and I can't assign them, you need to act good, you need to act bad. I don't do that. That's fucking arrogant. That person is real. The murderer is real. The rapist is real. The fucking good Samaritan, the nun, they're fucking real. They're vibrational real. I need water. Forgot my water. They're vibrational real. How do I experience it? is my journey. Greetings, Teo. That's my journey. How I translate that emotionally, a rapist. A lot of you know I got raped, right? Long time ago. Emotionally, I was very upset at that. Not at the actual rape, at the people that wouldn't fucking believe me. Oh. And then I was like, wow, look at that emotion. Look at that transcendence. The experience itself was not pleasant. I'm not fucking selling that at all. But the experience itself from now is an experience. If I can't see it emotionally, then I understand it through the unconditional of it as it is, giving me the experience of reality without the conditions of the emotional mind, which triggers and moves you in that vibrational reality, Victoria. So that's what you need to look at. I look at it now as motion. And I take my action, my choice action. I live in time, so I have choice action that resonates at such a high frequency. There's no room for debate, no room for hesitation, no room for delay, because there is none. There's only, bam, this is fucking me. And I now don't have to fucking think about it. I don't. I just know. But I had to look at that and be that and choose that and not choose the emotional, do the work on the emotion to realize this isness, that kind of shit. So, yeah, good question. So, yeah, it does sit in your memory. Your opinions. You remember how your opinions? You're always trying to offer an opinion. That's a belief system that you're right and they're wrong and they're going to do this and you're going to make them better. All of those are emotions, emotional identity, so you can have a human experience. And once you've had enough of the human experience, it seems, in the tendency of creators, we wake the fuck up. Not because we're a purpose, not because we're sent here. It's because we are transfiguring through our choices the law of attraction, giving us our next valuable exploration of the unknown. Yes. Right? So feel that. Yeah. Max, is there any other questions? I didn't see any other questions. You got anything else?
No, no questions.
If you guys have a question, we can always do that. But it's I can't sell this to you. I can only offer it. Sometimes I would like to get you to see it, but I can't. There's so much to know. There's so much to experience. I was always out there trying to find the experience and dictate and control my experience, which is the experience of the human. It's the human experience, right? Pull that back, and then you're not going to believe what's in the now. You're not going to fucking believe what's in the now. They're not tangibles. They're not aliens or this or that. They're not what the mind can perceive. No, fuck no. There's the experience of the now, the way you relate. Holy sheep shit. Care to talk about feelings? No. But if you have a question about feelings, Victoria, yeah, I'll talk about it. You need to get a little bit more detailed there. But in the now, relationship to reality, there's so much to fucking do in the now. It's incredible. And it's not the physical doings. It's not the physical doings. We got flute time, got my phone, I got a computer, I got Amazon, I can watch Amazon Prime, I got Xbox, I can do stuff. But I don't do those things to pass the time or to make myself feel purpose. I do the now. the concepts, the absolute exploration of consciousness is fucking priceless. But we have so many filters, we can't possibly think what that is like. Because thinking is based on the memory of a concept of lack that's encouched and lives in the limitations of polarity. That's why you go shed and transfigure and be now and choose awesome and change frequency and create new memories and create new selves and new life. New life in the now for you to ponder and explore consciousness from an awakener that's been that forever, but now is realizing it. What else can be more awesome than that? Fucking A. Are they more in the now? No, Victoria, they're not more. You're looking at to be human. See, when you think of feelings, you have to only think about emotional feelings. They're not more or less. They're unconditional motion. I can't equate that to an emotion because if I described it, I'm only going to use what it is through a memory to describe it. So you're going to only equate it through an emotional memory. This shit you have to discover. You have to do the work. Motion is alive. It's feeling, but it's not emotion. This is the discoverable part. Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. And nothing to get hung about. That's a great song. Max, is there another question besides the Victoria?
Yes, there are. There is Mike asking, feeling our memories to transcend?
Yes. Yes. You can relate to the feeling of your memory, right? You can relate to the feeling of your memory. Feel the memory and how you're relating to that memory through the feeling. If the feeling's an emotion, then it tells you about the way you're translating the memory, which is translating reality. Make sense? So yes, that's absolutely valid. Hang on. Yes. I look at everything on how I relate. Seth 101. Everything is how I'm relating. That's creating my reality. That's creating my experience. If I see it this way, and it's through an emotion, then my vibration is going to be within that frequency, and that's going to be my attracted world to equate that and validate or transcend that, always looking in time to be permanent or in now, using the memory and the feeling of time to make a different transcending choice to not use this and use the unknown to know myself in movement, in vibrational evolution. So feelings tell me everything. But now they tell me differently than my memory because I don't use memory anymore. I don't use emotion anymore. I'm the knowing of the now, and I choose only what feels fucking awesome. That's the best way to describe it. I don't have another word for it. I don't have another word for it. If you're faced with fear, choose the fucking awesome. I don't care what the fuck it is. Because fear, I know this. Fear has never happened in the now. It's always been in time. It's in my memory, plausible the future, but every fucking now, it's awesome. Do that 1,000 fucking times, you'll never have a fear again. You'll never have anxiety. You'll never have a worry. Ever. There's nothing there. It's not even a vibrational reality. Just like there's so many realities that are not there because you're not frequencing them. All of that, gone. I have memories of it, but I have no relationship to it. I understand it because I've evolved it. But I don't have an emotional relationship. I don't feel fear. I don't feel hope. I don't feel need, desire, purpose. All of that's gone. I am just fucking awesome. And the versions of awesome are constant motion, exploring awesomeness in a way that you can't fucking equate. That's why you got to do the work. What's next, Max?
We have La Vie est Belle asking, so the
Bobby
best
S.
way to align to the highest experience vibe is being in the now and everything else is unreal?
No, no, no. Being in the now, everything is reality. Forget about everything else. That's your mind trying to figure out reality. Don't feed it. That's a question that's bullshit. That's a bullshit trying to figure it out. That's your ego trying to manage it. That's what you got to recognize. You're now, and there's nothing else but now. Choose awesome in the now, and the only thing in your life is going to be is awesome, but not awesome in projection of outcome. If I choose this might work out. If I don't do this, then this is going to happen to me. Not that now. Here. Takes a while to get used to it, but you got to stop thinking. That's a thinking question. Everything else is unreal. Everything is real because everything on reality, on what you would consider the now, all that is all reality. The non-now, or let's say, what do you call it? Existence and non-existence. Your law one, you exist. Here and now is reality. Non-existence doesn't exist, so there's no non-existence to be experienced because you can't experience non-existence. So everything on this side of everything, existence, is reality. It's real. There's no unreal. What you have is created a reality of claiming unreal, which is a human reality. Everything is a reality, but there is no unreal. Unreal is non-existence, and it doesn't exist. Only existence exists. So think about that. What's next, Max?
So next we have Tanu Sharma. Hey Roxanne, how do you perceive one is everything and nothing at the same time?
One is everything and nothing at the same time. I never did dig that one. I didn't perceive that. Say it again, Max.
How do you perceive one is everything and nothing at the same time?
I don't perceive nothingness. Yeah, there's no thing, you're not making something into a thing, so it's no thing, it's isness. I only perceive isness, one and all. Every day I give up. Every day I get up, there's always something. There's always all there. All of this is all that is. I'm one and all. You are one and all. We're always on. We're always there. We're always experience. We're always here and now. We're always reality. Concepts of humans says there's unreal. Concepts of humans says there's nothing. But that's a concept and you can have it. I don't perceive that as a valid truth. I believe that's a human concept, that there is nothing. There is always all that is, here and now. Everything is here and now. I'm always now, so when is there not? That kind of idea. What else? Did you get Sandra?
So yes, next we have Sandra Escobar. What do you think about own your feelings? Just feel it until it doesn't affect me.
Well, when I say own your feelings, own your shit, you accept the belief system. Everything that you believe is your experience. It doesn't belong to anyone else. Nobody else sees your world. My blue is my blue, right? My truth about everything is mine. Even though people agree on things, but we all have our own agreement with ourselves. That's what you got to understand. All the channels been trying to teach you, you are the only one in your universe, and that is so fucking true. But it doesn't mean you're alone. It means you're with all that is. But the perception, your truth is singularly only yours, right? So when you recognize a belief system, a truth, an emotional relationship, or or even an emotion relationship, you know you have an observer about that. We have time. We can look at things in before the action. We have time to think about things. We use a memory to think about, because if you're now with no memory, where's the time to think? You can't even, you're always now. When the hell do you get to now? Oh, did you see that happen? Wow. Now you're in your memory, looking at a perception of something. Make sense? So you look at the belief system, we have that as an ally. Time is an ally. So we can look at that emotional reaction. Okay? Anger, hope, feeling left out, trying to please others, doing the right thing, blah blah blah. All these things that are giving us a perception of purpose, need, and desire. The forging idea. And to get people, they're telling me, well, this happened and this happened. Yeah, but I was like, all they're doing is just bitching. You're just fucking bitching about reality because you're living the emotion, living the feeling. You're not doing any good bitching at anyone else because they're not your truth. They don't have to accept shit from you, right? If they accept it and they have an argument, then aren't you experiencing a feeling of arguing? Nothing is getting done except life. That's all that's happening. Experience of your truth, right? So if you look at the belief system and you're assigning the external to the internal causality of that emotion, right? Some fucking cunt blamed me, right? This fucking bitch taking her cut juice, trying to slap it all over my fucking face. Fuck you, bitch. Telling me I did this to her. I was like, no, I didn't. You chose to see me that way. And then she listed, you did this, you did this. This is like 5, 6 years ago. Diarrhea of the mouth, right? I was like, are you upset? Yes. Oh, then you're choosing to see me as a unconditional truth through a belief system that I wronged you, and you are now upset and want to blame me. Well, I'm not accepting your shit. Enjoy your pain. Bye. That's what you got to see. It's all you. Everything is you, Sandra. You trying to assign it outside is the experience of the human. The experience of the human is a division. The division is to see yourself from outside of yourself as a structure of limitation, of a conglomeration of belief systems. Everyone knows if you were born somewhere else in the world, you're not the same fucking person. You're the same singularity, but you ain't the same personality. Imagine if you're white and you were born black. Imagine if you're a Democrat and you're born Republican. Right? Imagine if you're Muslim and you're all of a sudden you're born a Jew. Huh? You think you'd be the same shit? These are belief systems for an experience. They're not law. They're not scripture. They're fucking experiential. That's what you got to own. You got to look at that belief system that you're looking at reality, giving you the emotional experience, bouncing off the fucking mirror, and that's your truth creates your reality. You own your fucking shit. That's what you got to look at. That's the intelligence. That's the humility. That's the grown up. That's maturity. That's allowing yourself to humble yourself to the journey and the mastery of this attraction. Own it. Love it. Allow it. Be it. And move on. Make sense? All right. What else, Max? What do we got?
Next, we have Karen Hack. So, being in the now is awareness of present moment constantly, but then that will be all we were doing. Know what I mean?
No. Let me read that. Where is it? Who said that?
Karen Hack. Have you found it?
No, I see Eric, Karen. Oh, Karen Hack. So being in the now is awareness of present. Yes. Moment constantly. Yes. But then that would be all we were doing. Yeah. What's wrong with that? What are you missing? Tell me what you're missing. Because you're doing that anyway. What you're doing is you're equating it to a memory in the now, which feels like time, then you're doing other than, but you're actually in the now. You're always now, but you're perceiving reality in the now through time, future, and past. What do fears sell you? An experience of the now. What does the past sell you? Experience of the now. That's how you're vibrating in the now. That's why if you're living in fear, you're going to attract the same vibration until you perceive differently. And that's when you start to shift. Make sense? What the fuck's wrong with the now? That's where you've always been. You've always been looking at it through time. You think time is the standard? Time is created in the moment. Why do you think time flies when you're having fun? Because you're not thinking about fucking time. You're not validating time. You're not looking at time. Time is only when you look at it. You create it in the moment. Right? What else, Max?
Next, we have Eric Leblanc. Are we actually creating the memory in the now?
Yes, absolutely. The memory is created in the now according to the vibration that you are. It's not that you're going to jump into entire new lifetime. Don't think about that. But you are creating the memory in the now. That's why you guys forget things. People think they forget things and they have a bad memory. That's a human judgment. You forget things, well, because you're not actually forgetting things. You're just not fucking interested in it. So you didn't create the memory or the reminder to tell you, hey, by the way, you have an appointment today. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cool. I'm excited. I got an appointment. So you got a reminder, but you attracted that reality because it's your joy. If you don't remember, fuck it. Don't go. Why? What's the loss? What's the obligation for you to be where your memory says? Don't worry about the memory. It's telling you everything you need to know in the now, not in the future, not in the past, about yourself in the now. Gives you some ideas. It's like, oh yeah, where is that? Oh yeah, it's in that drawer. My memory tells me things. It's an ally. But I don't look at it as an illusion to move me on in and out of timelines. I'm still this, and I've lived this planet for 54 fucking years doing my joy as this idea expression. And I've lived that lifetime. Maybe not all of it in 54 years of actual earth physical time. I'll never say that. But I know it's been me and I've gone through, but a lot of my memories are gone. They're in my gestalt. I don't need them. I'm not lacking anything. I have no emptiness in my heart. I'm full. I'm whole. I am. What do I need? Nothing. I'm full now because I'm here now in the present. Make sense? What's next?
Next, we have Karen asking, every now choose highest feelings.
I call it my awesome. I don't like to measure it high or low, but you can use it. I just say, this is awesome. This is not. Everything outside of this moment, this choice is not awesome. And I just know what it is. Was it scary choosing the awesome? Yes. Was I uncertain about it? Yes, but I did the fucking work so I can show you you can do this. You're all worth it. Nobody is special. We're all fucking creators. Right? It's not like I'm a hero for doing this shit for 9 years. I'm not telling you that. I can't help but to do this. I had to accept I loved talking and experiencing and investigating these fucking things. I did it, and now I offer it not for you guys, but for me to know myself. And if you guys get it, fucking A. Because it's fucking awesome being awesome. It's so awesome being me, but you don't need to be me. You need to be you. You need to find that persona, that experience, not that idea of I'm this and I'm that and you're this and you're that. Fuck that. Be isness. And you'll find that freedom in your natural state. No more pursuit of happiness. No more fears about what you're going to have or do or need or want. Every single reality is priceless. And when you take down all the shit, then you can't help but to see everything in absolute fucking perfection, which is inconceivable to the human because we have so much measurement and value. I get that. I lived it. Choose your highest joy, sure. Bashar said it. I say choose your awesome. You do it your way. You can't fuck this up. You're going to know you're forever. You may not know it now, but you're going to know that. You just got to get in love with you. And you can know that Here, right here on this planet. You don't have to leave the planet. You don't have to die or pass on. You can fucking know everything you are in this right here lifetime. There's no one running the show. There's no rules. Anyone sells you a rule, they're selling you pain. Fuck them. Everyone tells you what to do and what it has to be. Fuck them. Because there's no preachers unless you accept that preaching. That's your truth. That's your reality. That will be your experience. You create your reality through the way you perceive it. Change your perception, change your world. What else, Max?
Next, we
Yes,
have
Victoria.
Debbie saying, Roxy, what's another way to describe awesome?
Another way to describe awesome,
Yes.
like you can't help it. You can't help but to do it. You know? You remember when you guys were little and you couldn't wait to get home from school? Well, me anyway, right? I couldn't wait to get fucking home from school to ride my skateboard or ride my bike or do something, you know? You throw the books and you just go on, right? Yeah, that thing. That was the awesome for me. And I'm not gonna equate it to a childlike state. I don't want to be a child. I'm a fucking adult. I'm a creator. But I understand that equation of not having the human adult belief systems, responsibility, obligation, dedication, trustworthiness, all the fucking shit that we label ourselves as, right? I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at that freedom that I had. That awesome that gives me that, oh my God, I can't help but to do this. I can't help but to just say fucking A. I gotta do that. That's my awesome. It's like, here's my awesome. When I stopped doing sessions, I just have the apprentices now. Choosing to stop doing sessions was so awesome for me because I knew I transfigured that truth. No more sessions, no more ego classes. My apprentices, we explore consciousness. We're not dismantling ego anymore. Through that, we recognize those things. We do the work, but we expand them into universes. That was a choice of awesome. That kind of thing. It's awesome to stop doing something that you habit yourself. Start doing something. It's like Lucia. I always talk about her. Lucia is one of my best friends. This wonderful woman had the courage. I mean, I kicked the living shit out of her to get her to do it because she wanted to know that love. So she stuck with it. She stuck with it to find the freedom that she has. And she found it because she's not special. She's worthy. She's worthy of her own existence. She's worthy of her truth. She's worthy of her awesome. Quit that job, started doing her own idea, freelancer, got this ice, became a consultant, living in her own apartment, living her life because she's worth her fucking existence. Because she chose awesome. She couldn't help but to do it. Was she afraid? Yes. Was she scared to death? Yes. Did she call me crying and making excuses? And yes. Did I rip her apart? Yes. Because we're explorers of consciousness. We want to see what's possible. But I know one thing. If you keep choosing the same shit, you're going to get the same fucking life. That is law of attraction. Choose the change. Law of attraction going to give you change. And it ain't going to be polarized change. No, relax. It's going to be fucking awesome change. Yeah. It's not that you want to stop thinking, Labby. It's not that you want to stop thinking. You don't want to stop thinking. Thinking is impossible to stop thinking. What it is you don't think about those ideas as scripture. You recognize, okay, here's the thought. And it's like, what about? Ah, that's my thinking mind. You can't get rid of that. You got to accept that. You got, wow, look at my belief systems. I'm thinking that, but people think, oh, if I think that, I'll become that. Oh my God. See, that's another story of fear. Relax. You're a fucking creator. You're not going to know it until you own it. You've got to do the work. You've got to explore. You've got to look at my thinking mind. That's an algorithm. That's a choice. That's not scripture. I can think that way about that thing. I can fear. Yes, I can. I own it. That's my belief. I'm going to choose awesome. And the more you choose awesome, those thoughts go away because energy follows awareness. Where you fucking soul, don't stop anything. Accept it. Be the absolute surrender, defenseless vibration of creation passing through you so you may know your kingdom. And you will know it. But nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing good is going to happen. Unconditional reality of experience is most certainly going to happen. And then through that, you will assign it the conditionings. Realize the conditionings, transcend the conditionings, enlightening yourself, growing more awesome, being more awesome, offering change in yourself, vibrational change, choosing that, coming alive in that, moving yourself again. But sitting there having a pity party on all the bad things is going to keep you squarely in dead nut center of polarity. Got to do the work. What else we have, Max? Good fucking shit tonight, guys. Fucking A. What else we have, Max?
Yeah, Lucia is awesome.
She is fucking awesome.
Yes. Next we have Titan. I've had deja vu about things, and it feels like I've known they will happen for ages. Is that a case of seeing a possible reality so far ahead, or is it simply because all realities exist in the now?
Well, all realities do exist in the now. So if you're perceiving it, let's not look at it as a future. Let's look at it as the experience of the now perceiving a future. Does that make sense? Who was that, Max? Where is it? I used to have deja vu moments. Is that the one? No.
Yes, Titan. Let me
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
You
Zeiton
found it.
or okay.
Titan,
I
yeah.
had deja vu about things, and it feels like I've known they've happened for ages. Yes, Bashar had mentioned one time when you feel deja vu, it's already happening. That means you're so in the now. What you're experiencing feels like you've already done it because you've already created, but you're catching up in the now and you're in perfect synchronicity with the now. It doesn't happen all the time because that would happen in time. In order to have deja vu, you have to have a memory. But that's part of the experience of being now. So that's a reality of the now. You've arrived at what you've already created, but since you're moving through time, it seems like you've already done it. Yes. I've known they would happen for all the ages. In that case of seeing a possible reality so far ahead, or is it simply because reality exists in the now? Well, I wouldn't say it's so far ahead. I wouldn't measure it. If it's not happening in the now, it is happening in the now is what you need to see. Don't look at it as something that's going to happen. Look at it as I'm having an experience thinking about my experience now is thinking about that future as going to happen. But when's that actually happening? The experience is happening and now about the thought process of a possible future, which is just another human experience in the now. Is that going to happen? I have no fucking idea. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. If it matters, then you have value of something over something else when everything is priceless. That's why for me, it was all about surrender. It was all about letting go of everything that I bitched about. And I bitched about a lot of stuff. I was angry about it a lot. I hoped about it. I needed it a lot. I went through it. I used all of my fucking attracted fucking masters to bounce off and get my shit, get it and own it and know me, right? And then I realized I don't need to perception anything about the future nor the past and realize that I'm enough now. Everything is priceless. And where I go, law of attraction is going to take me there. What am I going to bitch about if it's only awesome? Because my mind tells me something is better than another thing. But those possibilities, are they happening? Yes. When? Now? Will they happen in the future? Only if you have time. And then you experience, and when you get there, you have to have the memory that equates to you actually had the experience of thinking about this in the past. That's the only way you can perceive it. What happens if you arrive there and you don't have the memory that you've already thought about this in the past? And you don't experience as a future, as a possible future from the past. That's why I don't mess with time too much. What else, Max?
So far, we've gone through all questions.
Okay. Oh, it's not on
Yes.
Zoom. It's not on Zoom, baby. Roxanne, I'm trying to figure out how to join Zoom on for your last Sunday of the month YouTube sessions. It appears I can watch it on YouTube. Hi, this is what I do, but I also see Zoom at the bottom. Yeah, because that's how sweetie, that's how I just project it. I you need a software to go onto YouTube. So you can use different kind of room softwares. I use Zoom, and Zoom connects to YouTube. But there's not an actual meeting going on except me and Max is the only people in my room because he asked the questions for me. But Wednesdays is the Zoom meeting. You can more than just join that. That link is on my website at outofseeofascension.com if you don't know already. That stands booyah. All right. Anyways, that it, guys? Where are we at? Hour and a half, hour 20 minutes. Good. I got your email. I used to be against hats, but now I'm. All right, everyone, listen. Well, fuck, what's there to listen to? Go and just go be awesome. Choose it. It works. The only way I found out that law of attraction works was getting the fuck out of my way and only choosing that which I could not help but to choose. All right? Just the awesome. I love you guys. We'll see you on Wednesday if you choose to come in, and I'll keep posting. Thanks, Karen. I'll keep posting pop-ups during the month, and then we'll do it again in another month from now. And I love you guys. Do the work. Choose your awesome. Never sell yourself. Never negotiate with your worth. Don't worry about the mirror. Fear those things. Transcend them. Live in your awesomeness now. All that shit we've been teaching for the last 9 years. Live it. Find that. All right, everyone. Rick, ever remember. Yep. Good night, everyone. I love you all. Go be awesome. Bye.
Bye bye.